Hello, I am so excited to be here for this March month by month weekly breakdown reading to support you in really navigating with your highest path, your higher good. My name is Jen Gilchrist. For those of you that are new to me, welcome. I'm super excited you found your way here. I know that synchronicity brings us together in this way, and I feel if you're guided to watch this message, that whether you are live or replay, you're going to get exactly the perfect message for you. Now, I'm very excited because I am trying a new platform today. I've known about StreamYard for quite some time, but I've never played with it yet. But I'm excited to be able to go live on YouTube, my business page, my Facebook group, all at the same time. And so you may have to click that little link on the top of the post for me to be able to see your comments, although I have Facebook pulled up. So whether I can see who's commenting or not, this will be a learning experience. And I will definitely be checking comments as we go along. So I'm definitely excited for that as well. So let me just open up the comments here. Let's see. Somebody comment on Facebook just so I can see what I see. I'm just so curious. So I want to welcome you. And first of all, just a couple of quick announcements, as I also know it takes a minute to get everybody seeing the video, but I want to just hop into some quick announcements. And that is that first and foremost, oh my gosh, those of you that have been joining me in my Facebook group for the 4-day series, I just want to tell you what an honor it's been to show up, to be in service. What a powerful group we have had, a powerful time we have had. The replays are still going to be there through today. For sure. We probably will, in the next day or so, we'll be working to take them down as they become a bonus for the kind of a jumping off point for the Soul Success Unleashed program. Quick announcements would be that Soul Success Unleashed is closing enrollment today. So if you have been on the fence and you are wanting to join, I just want to let you know today is the final day for enrollment. I do have a little bit of availability left to make a 15-minute chat just to make sure it's right for you, or please private message me or email me and let me know what your questions are. I'm happy to answer them. We have a powerful group, so welcome to those of you that are jumping in. I'm just like, feeling the energy and ready to kick off with you for this really transformational journey over the next 14 weeks, kicking off on this coming Thursday. So today's the final day for enrollment. And then the other thing we have going, we have so many things going, which is perfect for the energy of the month that I was feeling, which is the Mother Mary Flash Sale. So if you are in Soul Success Unleashed live program, please don't buy it. You got that as a bonus. But for everybody else, there is a flash sale going on for Mother Mary, the journey to surrender, trust, and self-love. And that is a beautiful journey. And so that is going on for the next 3 days as well, for just $37. And it's definitely like $197 value for everything that you get. So it's a huge opportunity for those of you that just feel called to jump in for something that has no long-term commitment. So yay, I am seeing all the comments here. I'm so excited. Caitlin, Cheryl, Teresa, super excited. Olivia, awesome. So I want to dip in, some of you too may realize, and I can give this to you, but it won't be immediate, but it will be soon, this week sometime. I'm planning to have my team. I did an Energy of 2022, I should say. Oh my goodness, right? Energy of 2022 annual reading month by month. And it was powerful. And I want to give that to you. That's a free gift. So you can type annual below if you'd like to give that. And over the coming week, when we get that opt-in ready, we will go ahead. It's just a freebie to get that, but we need to be able to email it to you. And when I looked back, I made a reference guide around the energy of 2021. I also did a deeper healing that is available as well around that. If you resonate with the reading, that might be something to consider. But I did a synopsis, like a reference guide. And what it said for March that I had channeled earlier in the year was, let go of old past disappointments and harness the conscious creation power as you level up your energy in life. Embody higher love with yourself and be that beacon of healing for those around you, ascending and anchoring your energy into the 5D and above. I just felt that so powerfully. This channeling for the whole year came through actually in December of last year. And so it can't be more fitting to the state of affairs in the world right now. And I just thought that was a really beautiful message, which is also where the timeliness of Mother Mary came in as well. So without further ado, let's go ahead and jump into the week by week energy update. And really my intention is to help you align with your higher path and to really anchor into, seeing what the month ahead. Sometimes we'll see possible pitfalls, but my intention is for you to really align with your higher path and your purpose, whatever that may be for you. So this is for the week of March 1st through 7th. And I'm starting with the Rebecca Campbell starseed deck, and this says Earth School. Well, this is relevant, right? Earth School, life lessons and soul growth, study and higher learning. And so really I'm just seeing you, wow, whatever's going on in your life, I know it might feel intense right now, especially because those of you that are here with me tend to be sensitive, empaths, light workers, intuitives. And with everything that's going on in the collective energy in the globe right now is intense energy. And it might also be at the same time that we have our micro. I feel like the collective energy is the macro, and then internally what's happening within our own life is the micro version of that within us. And that's where we want to focus and really look at what's happening within you. What are you feeling? What's going on in your life? What are you being called to let go of to make more room for the new? So this is just really kind of calling you to be accepting of what is what I'm hearing. I'm hearing that it's important to accept what is and really not be in resistance to what changes might be occurring. The first step of the creation process is lighting up all the things that aren't working in order to embody more peace, joy, abundance, and everything like that. And so looking at when we don't resist what is, we're able to start to heal it. We're able to take our power back, and we're able to just allow what is ready to fall away, whether that's people, places, jobs, mindsets, emotions we've been holding on to, which goes right in line with the channeling I got earlier this year for March, right? So just noticing that you are elevating. This is just really feels like a validation that you are ascending your energy, and you are called to really go deeper and do that deeper inner healing and shadow work that is there for you, that is showing up for you. And it's really working for you, not against you, so that you can elevate into really creating and living the life that you dream of and that you were born for. The next card is Child of the Cosmos, and it says the intelligence of the universe lies within you. I love that. And two things, I'm just drawing intuitive. I read a lot intuitively, so I'm just feeling that heart chakra expansion, the heart chakra opening, which is actually what I feel collectively we're called to for sure at this time. But also the Mother Mary journey to surrender, self-love, and trust is at the core of this heart healing. So this may be something that is resonating for you and a great healing for you if you're feeling called to it. But this is really just reminding you that there's this heart healing. And I see this vibration of surrender. This is why I said this, right? It's heart healing. And I see her leaning back and looking up and just allowing the cosmic intelligence, her own higher self, the energy of the healing of the universe, right? All of the above, just to really pour through her and support her, right? Of course, I'm just speaking to the card, just male or female for that, for sure. This is just the imagery that I'm reading. And it feels like really allowing your feminine energy to be open for that receptivity, right? And that healing. And then it's in that space that you can tap into your intuition, to your knowing. And that is what I love teaching about, right? That's what the whole Soul Success Unleashed program is, doing the deeper healing work and accessing your intuition, right? Really being able to pull that information. And I know that sometimes it can feel like we can't access that deeper truth or knowing when we're in fear. And so this is where we want to take gentle care, do the healing work so that we can up our vibration and really receive that intuitive information that's coming down for us and really sink into our heart to know our truth, right? The intuition and the information is always available to you. And karmic relationships, Orion energy, polarity, soul growth, and conflict. So again, this really just goes back to the initial card that just recognize whatever's happening for you, the more that we can get out of resistance to that and really just allow the changes to take place and really take ownership of our part within them and really allow whatever wants to fall away. And that makes room for the new. And I'm seeing, intuitively, I'm feeling guided. It's like, this is where you are. And this is like your higher soul's path. This is your higher self and your higher soul's path saying, okay, you have to let this back here behind, right? You're being guided here, but you have to let go of this shadow in order to have room to step forward into the new thing that you've asked for, which is the answer to your prayers. Ultimately, more peace, more love, more abundance, more joy, more happiness, more connected relationships, whatever that is. So just trust in the process and know that everything is, we're clearing a lot of ancestral healing, karmic patterns, all things that is guiding us to where we're being called to go, that your soul actually chose before you incarnated, right? Intriguing and tough and exciting. Exactly, Miles, it is. So this is so beautiful. Sue, I'm so glad that you're here. I'm so glad that it brought us together as well, right? I always love the synchronicity. We've got such a powerful, amazing Facebook group. So if you're joining me from my business page or YouTube, my Soul Inspired Leaders Collective Facebook group is free on Facebook. We have over maybe 13,000 people strong that are just so supportive to one another. So you're invited there, of course. And each one of you is a part of that energy. So thank you for being here. I'm working with the Abundance of the Angels deck now for the next week, which is going to be March 14th through 20th. March 14th through 20th. So employment change, many of you, which is often who I support, those people who feel a calling to be of service in the world, know they have a purpose in some way. You're perfect in the right place if that's not you, but for some of you, this card is coming up, employment change. So some of you, it might be meaning that, hey, the intuitive ideas you've been getting about going in on your own and being self-employed in your purpose is right for you. Trust that process. And then for some of you, it might be that you're just switching jobs into a situation where you're being more valued and receiving more of what you want, feeling maybe more income even. But whatever that is, just know and trust, if you are having an employment change, trust in that process, trust in your intuition, trust in your vision, trust in your dream. This is a validation that that's guiding you there. And the card itself says, your career path is leading you into a higher direction with positive changes to support your dreams, priorities, passions, and life purpose. Trust these changes as they will help you to release the old and welcome the new. You are being supported each step of the way. And again, I'm seeing a lot of just allowing our spiritual support. You see, it's like we're tired and weary, and, leaning into the arms of your angels, your guides can really be a powerful thing to buoy your faith and your energy. And also just as a reminder that you are, guided and protected always in this way. We have to ask for that and receive. We have to ask and allow ourselves to receive that support. So invite that in. I'm also seeing the horse, which of course we do have, animal spirit guides as well. But what I'm feeling from the horse is that this is leading you into the space of freedom. This is leading you into the energy of freedom, right? I feel like at a core value, many of us feel shackled sometimes to our jobs, to our lives, and it's not exactly aligning with what we want to live or be feeling. And so there's this sense of that you're being guided into freedom, which just feels like take a nice deep breath in, and it will feel it's going to be a wonderful shift for you. And again, it kind of goes back to the last week, letting go of the old and allowing the new, right? So no more complaining. So this is something important. Mindset's a huge thing, right? A couple of different things are coming up. So I'll read the card and I'll read it intuitively. And it says, complaints are affirmations of victimhood, which are never truly spiritual. Take your God-given power back by affirming you have an abundance of choices and freedom. I love that. With your increased confidence and assertiveness, watch these positive affirmations blossom into reality. And so we have to watch our mindset, right? We really need to watch our mindset and what we're thinking and what we're feeling and what we're saying. I can't afford it. For those of you that were on my call yesterday in my Facebook group, we did a bonus call around abundance is your birthright. You might want to check it out if you haven't. It was really powerful. And I gave a lot of shifts and ideas around that, because truly when we're aligned, embodying and expressing that higher truth of who we are in our life, our business, our relationships, our jobs, our relationships, we are, the natural byproduct is abundance. It's limitless. I'm saying we're not limited. We're only limited by our thoughts and our beliefs and all of the things. Now we are human, so we have to be gentle with ourselves. Sometimes we want everything yesterday, and it's like, sometimes we have to stay the course. But it is about that internal healing and watching where we are speaking our limitations into our reality, and where we can instead lean back into curiosity and say, how can I? I don't see how, but I'm willing to allow. How can I? Angels, guides, universe, please support me in this, right? And so notice your mindset, catch your mindset and shift it, right? Instead of I can't afford this, I'm curious how, right? Or make it a conscious decision not to, if that's what you feel is best, right? Miles says, wow, I'm shaking as you pulled that employment card. That's exactly where I'm at. Oh my gosh, I'm so glad that this was perfect calling for you, right? I'm in Facebook 10 times. That came after my shower. It was post 322. Yes, definitely me. Oh my gosh. And I had like a miracle story for somebody in my Facebook group who joined my Soul Success Unleashed program. She had been holding the space and I saw her just like, I'm curious, I'm ready, please help me. And then boom, she got like a $450 tip that just brought her to tears, and another $50 tip. And bam, she was able to join like on the 11th hour yesterday, the day before we closed enrollment. And I just watched her basically do exactly what I shared yesterday. So if that is something you would like access to, check it out. It's in my Facebook group. And if you're on YouTube, join the Facebook group. It's in there and it's powerful. Okay, so that's what I'm hearing there. Oh my gosh, we really can't get more clear about this. I didn't even look at this card yet, but it says face your financial fears. Okay, this is an opportunity to up level. It's always an opportunity to up level, right? And that never ends. I do my mindset work when I want to up level or increase more program, enrollment so I can make a bigger impact. The more money I make, the more impact I'm making, and the more opportunity I have to give back to the world in the way that I want to, right? So our impact, there's a lot of spiritual healing for us. I think for everybody financially, money is a very big healing opportunity and growth, and it's in our face. And as spiritual light workers, there's even an extra layer of that. Like, is it okay to charge for my gifts? Or, maybe we're just blocking our abundance. But the reality is, when we're aligned, embodying, expressing, and creating that impact, abundance is a natural byproduct. But think about how amazing it will be when the people that are heart-centered and conscious in the world have the wealth and power to be able to give back. This is where we get to now give in the way that we want to give, because we're from an overflowing cup, right? Does that make sense? So it really is part of our sacred healing work. And so this says, face your financial fears. When you're honest with yourself about your fears, success, or failure, it can no longer control you, right? Call it out. It's like giving the elephant in the room, journal it out. Be free of hidden fears and expose them to the light of awareness. And you'll realize that, in fact, you have nothing to fear, and that every successful person has struggled with this and released self-doubt. And this is a constant thing of releasing self-doubt. Like I said, I've never seen any successful person, even really famous people, talking about that they still have to manage the fraud syndrome or the fear of success or failure. When's the shoe going to drop, right? This is an evolving journey, and it does get easier and we do expand. But every time we ask for more or ask and desire for more, which as natural creative beings, we're naturally creators. So we're always going to ask for something more that we're not quite a vibrational match to. So everything that doesn't align with us having it is going to bubble up for us to see and be aware of, to release and let go of. So if what you're seeing in your universe right now and in your world is not what you want, it's shining the light of awareness on that for you to do the deeper work. So get curious. What's underneath that? What's driving that, right? Again, this is the processes that I teach in my Soul Success Unleashed program, because sometimes it is hard to see your blind spots, but you can start with journaling. Or if this is like resonating with you, I just feel like, wow, all of this about the aligning with your purpose and clearing this inner stuff really is like a fast track with what we're doing on a transformational level in the program, as well as learning how to develop your skill set. So you might enjoy that. And if you haven't checked it out, because you're new in the group, there's many new people. I will share that link a little bit later, or I'm sure you'll find it in the group. And I'll put it in YouTube description later as well. Okay, positivity, faith, and optimism. You're opening the doorway to positive experiences and opportunities with your positive expectations and energy. Do not allow energy or temporary setbacks to interfere with your path that you are on. Keep the faith and keep going. Okay, do you see all the energy as a support? I see the courage. I see this is reminding me of surrender and trust and the angels. Like, this is just beautiful. I mean, this is just like, wow, you're being guided into an employment change. Watch your mindset, clean that stuff up, face those fears of success and failure and financial self-worth, and move into that faith and optimism, and all is there for you, right? So wow, love that. So moving into the week of the 21st through 30, did I skip one? No, 14th through 20th. I've only done two, so I may have missed. I think I misspoke. That was 7th through 13th, if I didn't say that correctly. My intention was there for the second week, and part of me feels like I might have misspoke. So that was all for the week of the 7th through 13th, and now this is for the 14th through 20th. Wow, so true for me right now. I just left my job a little over a month ago, fell into a new venture, working for myself. Congratulations, Carrie. That is amazing. That is amazing. I'm feeling called to use the another deck, Rebecca Campbell, that was for Work Your Light, I think, or yeah, Work Your Light, I believe. And I feel pretty called to, oh my gosh, you're going to die about this one. And then I felt called to the Ascended Masters, but I can't believe what card came through at the end. Okay. So let's move on to this one. So Warrior Woman, have you answered your deepest calling? So you're really being called into your heart. You're really being called to make decisions from your heart, to honor your heart's desires, to honor your dreams, to go after your dreams, to put your needs and desires and visions on the table. Many of us put everybody else's needs on the table first. And I think there's a lot of programming around that. That's guilty or selfish, or, to be a good mom or a good partner or a good person or a good employee, you have to give to your detriment, right? And that's really simply not true. In fact, we're teaching our children to do that, which is not what we want to really be passing on, right? We want them to also, follow their dreams. So it's about leading by example in that way if you have that guilt. But then for most of us, I'm just seeing that intuitively. This is like focus. This is like, do you see that blade? It's just like focused on my dreams, focused on my desires. If you're unclear of your next steps, your passion and your heart and your desires and what lights you up is a signpost that will lead you to the clarity of your higher path and purpose and calling. Okay. So have you answered your deepest calling? Right? That's a great journaling activity and next step to really include after we get off this live is you can really reflect on that and journal. What is it that you deeply desire? And you can look at the different areas of your life. Some of you, it might be jobs, some might be relationship, might be health, it might be wealth, it might be whatever area or all of the above. But really tune into that. And are you giving yourself space? Are you putting attention and time and energy or money towards the direction of creating that or allowing that to come into fruition? Right? We're often blocking ourselves through default. Okay, Anna, grandmother of Jesus, says, seeding the light, laying foundations and divine plan. Oh my gosh, I get chills. Just love this, right? How beautiful and how expansive. It just reminds me that, as humans, we think we can be very much just this all about us. And then we pinch off like this expansive universal spiritual support that's all there for you, cheering you on, guiding you. How powerful is it to just know that you are not alone, that you have all the resources within you and around you to be able to tap into. We just have to tap in and allow ourselves to receive it and take action on it, right? And so this is saying pause. So for some of you, it's like this is important to pause to get clear about your path. This is saying lean back in what I'm hearing intuitively, because a lot of this reading is about go into that feminine energy, because the feminine energy, again, male or female, we all have both, is that pause. It's that rest, relaxation. It's where your intuitive information comes through, the space that we create. So this is like pause, lean back, right? Redirect, really realign and start to, and think before you take action, basically, and not even just think, pause and check in, find the alignment and then take action forward from that place. It also says this could be like say no. What I'm hearing on this is around boundaries. So a big thing, you can let me know if you relate to this. You might have to say no to boundaries on your time for others, right? Sometimes when it comes to creating your heart's desire and really answering your deepest soul calling, we have to create the time and space for it. And sometimes saying no to others, people's demands and expectations of us actually allows us to say yes to ourselves. Saying no to the demands and our time and expectations of others is saying yes to ourselves. And that's not selfish. That because if we're doing things out of obligation, where we have underlying, there's an energy of passive aggressive resentment happening anyways, right? We don't really want to be there, but we're there and we're doing it. Well, that's not actually feeding the person what we're supporting, right? Because a lot of times we're just not making space for it. And your soul is saying, it's time for you to give to you. Look at this card that came up, Nurture Yourself, Mother Mary, right? This is the workshop that I had. I guess every month I do a workshop series and I tune in and kind of channel what's going to be best for the community about a month prior. And this was what came through. Mother Mary is the topic. And it said, surrender into the journey of trust and self-love. Journey of trust, surrender, trust, and self-love, because they all go hand in hand. And there's some beautiful channelings there. So there's a video training workbook and healing, a timeline, mother wound healing, female line opening. So I just love this. But really on top of that, the mess. So if you're resonating with this, you might enjoy that. It's just $37 for 3 days. And then it becomes $57, but it's easily $197 value. Just for those of you because there's a lot of new people that don't know, I do a new theme every month in this format. So you want to keep your eyes out. But that's what this month's theme is. And right here, I'm hearing her say, or seeing, the heart. And it's also about nurture yourself, right? You have to. So what the whole message is saying yes to yourself, right? Fill up your own love cup. You can't give from an empty cup. If you're tired, you're burnt out, and you pinch yourself off. We block our receiving channels. And that way, when we self-care and we nurture and we tend our garden and honor our own needs and honor our own desires, everyone around us gets to benefit. Right? We become a better mother, a better partner, a better employee, a better business owner, team leader, author, whatever it is, right? Because we are giving from an overflowing cup. But if we burnt ourselves out, this is really an important call. And then the other things for some of you, because a relationship conflict may have came up earlier in the first week as well. See the other person's point of view just simply says, are you locked into a perspective or a viewpoint? Are you locked in through your ego, through your mind, through your fear? And even if you still agree with your perspective, are we engaging in a conflict and keeping the energy stuck about having to be right or wrong? Can we lean back and see the spiritual perspective of all points of view in order to release the resistance and the locked in? It feels like a very overactive, engaged, like shock solar plexus of like engaged and like, you know what I mean? It keeps the energy stuck. So even if you still believe what you're feeling and your perspective is, can we loosen the grip a little bit? And perhaps you'll actually see another point of view, or at the very minimum, have compassionate understanding and respect for somebody else having a different point of view, right? And this could be on the larger scale or the collective or the your own relationship scale. So let me know if that makes sense as well. This is crazy. This video has become my new listening to as I sit and listen. Oh my gosh, I love it. Okay, made too many cards fall. Let's see. Maybe we're going to do a different deck here. All right, I'm going to work with the crystal card. So we're doing the last week here, which is a little bit longer because it goes like 10 days. So from March 21st through 31st. March 21st through 31st. Money is the bridge to helping others grow. Yes, I mean, really, we can't really fulfill our purpose fully if we don't allow ourselves to receive and get right with our money, right? And then you can do what we want with it. Because it takes money to even do all these free things. You know, like I have 4 different people that I'm paying to support me in my business to do all the free things, right? It costs money. But if I didn't allow myself to receive for other areas of my business, I wouldn't have the time, energy, or money or capacity to do all those things, right? I don't know how to do technology very well in terms of and I don't want to learn really, right? So having a team member do that was something that I had to take a leap of faith and hire a virtual assistant before I was really making money, but I knew I wouldn't launch if I didn't have the tech help. So it's like the chicken or the egg conundrum, right? We have to leap in alignment with where we want to be in order to allow the universe and really command the universal energy to support us and bringing us what we need. And it happens and it works every time if we do that. Still practicing putting myself first. Let's see. Oh, I love this. This is new for me, so I'm just playing with this. Still practicing putting myself first, difficult, but getting there. So used to putting others first and helping others, have found there is no one to help me. Yeah, so this is where it's about, we allow ourselves to receive. So allow your spiritual support to help you. Sometimes it's just a matter of giving to ourselves first actually opens the opportunity for the spiritual healing and support to come in. For us to choose ourselves first, we start to attract others who put us first as well. Let's see. I love how I can pop these comments up. I have had to do a lot of that lately in order to honor myself first and my truth. And let me tell you, all at once, I started putting myself first and everything else started falling into place effortlessly. Woo! Love that. Great job. Great job. Okay, so let's go ahead and move to the next one. I don't know how to get it back off. Oh, there we go. Okay. See, I'm learning technology. I'm willing to learn new things, but that's kind of fun. I literally love that. It's my first time using StreamYard. Okay. So here we go for this last week. Opal. Let yourself sparkle and shine. And again, I keep getting drawn to this heart chakra and crown chakra, right? The heart chakra is just like, boom, as you do all this healing and surrendering and receiving and self-love and self-care and internal inquiry, and whether it's money mindset or whatever it is, relationship conflict, it's like we're healing our heart. As we open our heart, that's like, boom, allowing yourself to be seen, be heard, and to shine, right? That's also part of our work as light workers and change agents. There's a lot of like common visibility fears around being seen and shining our light, not wanting to outshine others, not wanting to feel competition from others. There's many reasons why we dim our light. Past lives, it wasn't safe, right? Many things. So this is about you owning your sparkle, owning your shine, allowing yourself to shine your light and not be afraid. And that's another thing I do teach a lot, in the Soul Success Unleashed program. The energetic mastery part is the reason, having energetic boundaries in place, however you do it, is essential and is a big reason why we don't shine our light. And so learning the energetic foundation tools I'm teaching you in the first 2 weeks of the program, that is life-changing in order to be able to have your heart and energy open and elevated and not absorb and take in all the energy of the world around us, right? Not to match and be bogged down or even receive the judgment or fear of judgment of what people will say about us. I know for me, I had a lot around coming out of the spiritual closet in a very conservative, more religious upbringing, all the things, right? There was many layers of visibility fears we all have, right? And so, but this is saying, no, it's time to sparkle and shine. Let yourself be seen and heard, right? Let that heart chakra be elevating you, and that'll attract people too. People will often say, I don't know how I found you, just popped in, your video popped up in my feed, right? And so that is something that I think is an important part of it. And the other thing I'm seeing here is this crown chakra, right? This is that crown chakra, is that bridge to really bringing in your intuitive information. Of course, we have many ways we bring in our intuition, but this is what I'm seeing, that connection to your higher self, that direct knowing and consciousness really coming down through you. We just need to lean back and allow space for it. So remember, if you don't have the answers, your mind may not. Your ego and your fear and your mind is set up to really only be able to pull from past experiences and keep you safe. But we can't create something more abundant abundant from our old energy and our old mindset, right? So we have to tap into that elevated energy of being the person making decisions as the person who's already experiencing that success. Leap and the net will appear oftentimes. And you can't tell you how many times I've invested in programs or invested in situations and even banking on myself for the business. I let go of a 6-figure business that was working easily for me, where I only really worked 3 days a week. Towards the end of my career, I learned how to make that work, but it wasn't aligned for me, right? I had to trust and let that go, right? And I had friendships in that business as well. I was a hairstylist and specialized in hair and makeup and weddings. And I had clients who were super generous with me, and they were friends after 20 years, right? But I had to trust, right? So we have to trust ourselves. We have to leap and the net will appear. Own your divine power. So this is just like, whoa, you got the power. You have the power, right? It says replace codependence and people pleasing. You can't make this stuff up. I never ceases to amaze me. It doesn't really shock me, but I always just love it. Like how many times things get like accentuated with an exclamation part from spirit, right? It says replace codependent people pleasing with assertiveness and empowerment. So yeah, saying no to others is sometimes saying yes to you. And in order to make space for your dreams and your business and your heart's desire, you got to put them on the table. Now, here's the thing. When you're aligned with your higher self and truth, that's actually what's best for everybody around you, even if they go kicking and screaming. I mean, they're used to you taking care of everything for them, including managing their emotions a lot of times as empaths unknowingly, right? So when we start to up-level ourselves, they might react, but their reaction is not our responsibility. In fact, I would venture to say they're counting on us. We chose each other before this lifetime to up level, and we are often the ones going first, who are waking up first. So that means we have to be the one shaking up the apple cart sometimes and changing those codependent chains, which is not always easy. But at the end of the day, guess what? That gives everybody else an opportunity to rise and grow. Otherwise, we are keeping everybody stuck in the lower chains, the chains of that codependency, right? And even the energetic codependency happens with the energy exchange of managing other people's emotions for them, which is what happens unconsciously as empaths without energetic boundaries, right? Does that all make sense? Bless your heart. I love it. So much about the heart. So glad. I totally understand now why the Mother Mary workshop came through me, and it channeled through beautifully. There were some channel messages from her, channeled healing, a timeline healing, a womb healing, mother wound healing, all kinds of energy about opening and releasing and trusting self and others so that you can be in synchronicity and be in that receptivity with life, what life has to give you, right? It says, reach out for emotional and spiritual support to heal and mend your heart. So this is saying, reach out for spiritual support to heal and mend your heart. So this could be reaching out to your angels and guides, right? Asking your angels and guides to open up. In fact, I think I'll do a little quick, a short aura healing. I channel energy through my hands with Mother Mary. I feel called to, all right, do a little energetic aura healing for everybody, whether you're live or replay, just to kind of shift a little of the energy, if you'd like that in a second. But it says, so spiritual support are always there, angels, guides, and then also for maybe human support, right? Maybe it is about joining a group. Maybe it is about getting a mentor. Maybe it's a therapist. I mean, it's really everybody's own path, but can you love yourself enough to give yourself the support that you need, right? And remember that you always have the spiritual support, and they will guide you to the earthly support that could also benefit you. Oh my gosh, this can't end better. This is the card for the last week, end of the week, or end of the month. Divine life purpose. Divine life purpose. We've been talking about this. The very first, in the beginning, we're talking about that, right? It says, trust the signs and your inner guidance, which are leading you to fulfillment. Trust the signs and inner guidance. So trust the signs that you're getting. We're going to have to get really good at feeling the fear and doing it anyways. Here's what I love about the Soul Success Unleashed program, and where I teach people to really access their psychic and intuitive gifts and activate their healing abilities and ability to connect with their information. Because sometimes we'll get the haphazard signs, right? Most of the time when it's like, oh, signs, numbers, synchronicities, it's all exciting. Oh, hearing your angels. But sometimes it feels intermittent, or when you need it most, when you're stuck in fear or you have to make a big decision, that's when you get the signs and the intuitives, but you may not trust it enough to take action, or you might feel pinched off from being able to receive the information when you're in a lot of fear. And so you want to calibrate yourself to be able to always be able to have that access on demand. You want to be able to look at the tougher energy and take the deeper leaps of faith. I've invested even in large business, expensive programs, that I didn't know how I was going to pay for. It was a $22,000 business investment to learn my biggest fear of public speaking. And I was like, holy crap. And I argued that, and I could have argued the money. I could have argued the things, but I knew it was the right thing to do. But I had to trust myself to show up for it. And I had to be willing to face those fears and just trust that I'm guided and supported. And so many times in the big and small ways, we'll be guided through our fears, through our comfort zone. And when we feel confident that we can actually not have to know how something's going to work out, but just know and trust that we are conscious creators. We can create the life that we want. We're called to create the highest life that we want. And we have a bunch of spiritual support team to help us. And all we have to really do is learn to cultivate our intuitive abilities enough to receive the answers and follow the 1 or 2 steps at a time that we're getting from our higher self, God, source, angels, right? That are always within us, really available within us. And so, but we have to be able to trust them enough. So often I hear people say, I'm getting the signs, but they're not taking action on them. Well, then you can't, there's nothing the universe can do for you then, right? It's a co-creative experience in that way. We have to be willing to take the leap. So I hope that was helpful for you. I want to do a short, 2 things. So just for those of you hopping on, 2 quick announcements. Today we have the final enrollment day for Soul Success Unleashed. So if you are feeling called to the program of learning your energetic boundaries, it's a 14-week transformational container to develop your psychic abilities, learn to read auras, past lives, communicate with your spirit team. But more than that, on the underbelly, where it's a transformational ascension journey that we get to together. I'm running and healing energy for the group, activating your higher chakras and vibration so that you can really be that conscious creator in your life, in your business, and get clarity and confidence and courage to align with your purpose work and take action on them, right? So it's like you're learning intuitive skill sets and how to do readings and clearings. And in fact, what you learn, you could actually do as sessions, even if you had no other work. But many people come in who already have spiritual businesses to just up level and heal because I'm helping the group heal their core root fears and patterns that are showing up. And then also you're learning how to read and do that for yourself and others throughout the program as well. It's much more than that. I don't want to go too far into that, but it is the final day for enrollment, which is why I'm mentioning it. And secondly, we have the Mother Mary's Journey to Surrender, Trust, and Self-Love, which is a bonus. So if you join the Soul Success Unleashed program, which I know many of you have already, don't purchase it because you get that for free. You get 3 months access to workshops. However, everybody else, it's a great opportunity, And even if you see this later, it's $37 for 3 days. It becomes $57 on my, at a future time. It's easily valued at $197 for everything that comes with it. It's just my way of making it easy for people to get deeper level healing. Okay. So that is what I'm giving you here today. Let's see. Let's see here. Let's see. Still on the fence. Pulled a card this morning and got leap of faith. Perfect. Okay. Well, I think you got your answer. I can't see who it is, Facebook user, but it would be my honor and privilege to continue supporting you. And it seems like a pretty straightforward message to me. Let's see, what else do we have? Okay, so thank you so much for sharing. You are so welcome. Okay, so let's jump in. I feel called to do this. I don't often do this always on my readings, but I'm feeling called to work with Mother Mary. This is something I teach in my mastery certification, which is the 2nd level of my core programs that I teach. And this is how to channel Mother Mary through your hands, if you'd like, right? And so I'm going to do a healing. And if you'd like to receive this, you just say yes on your mind. You just say yes. And if you don't have to. Okay. So my intention, I just need to set my energy for a second. And so this is really, I'm going to work with Mother Mary to individually work with you on clearing your aura and helping you to, whatever wants to release. It feels like part of this is a heart chakra healing, but also releasing any fear and doubt about really aligning with your higher path and purpose that's showing up for you today so that you can have the clarity and the confidence and the ability to receive the information and miracles that are there for you. So if you have a personal intention, I kept that general and broad, but you can personally have your intention as well. I've just now connected with Mary, and now I'm going to go ahead and run the healing energy. See, collectively, I'll just kind of read the collective group energy that I'm watching. A lot of energy move off, a lot of white energy move off the crown chakra, allowing you to actually Have a clear connection with your higher self and with your spirit team. Lots of genetic programming, family line, ancestral line programming that gets passed down through the generations, coming off the back of neck and head. This is really having to do with a lot of codependent patterns about giving more than you're receiving. And then ultimately around the heart chakra, around feeling valued and worthy to receive, whether that's love, money, respect, even happiness and pleasure. It's interesting how we don't realize how past circumstances can make us unconsciously self-punish, like not feel like we deserve something. So what I'm seeing here is that she's really working with you and really asking you. The message is around forgiving yourself, right? Forgive others, yes, but forgiving yourself in some ways for anything that you're holding on to, where you might be judging yourself in different ways for making a decision that you wish you made different. Or, there's many times where it was like, oh, I shouldn't have stayed, or I should have known, or I should have done this, or I should have been a better mom, or I should have, would have, could have, right? This is what I see her helping you with. And just in general, really grounding your energy so that you can really connect with your guides more easily. Beautiful. All right, we're going to leave it at that. Thank you, Mary. Awesome. You can just take another nice deep breath in if you'd like. I hope that you enjoyed that. That was just a really quick little kind of an aura healing, different than I normally do. I run a lot of high level activations, which can be like blasting energy. We've done that all week, but I just felt called to bring her in and really have you connect with her energy and have a little bit of lightening of the field, of the space. Let's see here. Beautiful. Okay, so I would love to hear how that was. If you have any other questions, I'm happy to come back to this. For those of you, I see some people putting in annual. So remember, I do have an annual month by month reading that I did on angel cards that is free, that you can ask me for the link to by putting annual, and I'll do my best. It'll take a couple days. My team hasn't had that set up yet. I actually released that to some of my students as a bonus earlier in the year. And then there's also a small paid invitation for a group or reading and healing where I did for clearing the energy for the year, that you'll be able to see if you want to add that or not. Otherwise, it's absolutely free, of course, to just get the reading itself, which was over an hour and really, really powerful. And what I love is you can go back to it for each month and kind of get that little dip into what is it that I can pay attention to or remind myself for this month. And I want to recap what I channeled for this month, because I feel like now that we've done the reading, it makes so much sense again. Let go of old past disappointments and harness your conscious creative power as you level up your energy in life. Embody higher love within yourself, and that can be a beacon of healing for those around you, ascending and anchoring your energy into the 5D and above. And that is just something that we need in the world right now. I feel more than ever so proud of the work I'm doing, and feel more than ever more motivated and called, right, to continue to be that lighthouse of healing and love for ourselves. First and foremost is what gives us the energy to be the lighthouse, to affect and have a ripple effect of healing for the world. And the world needs that right now. Right? On Sunday, if you're in my Facebook group, I did a really powerful healing of unmatching the collective fear and really anchoring into embodying unity consciousness, which was also a really powerful healing that I would recommend checking into. And we really sent that energy all across the globe, for ourselves and then across the globe. And of course, you can hold intention of the people of Ukraine and other places that are needing that additional support right now. So that's a beautiful thing that we can do from the space of being in our power, being in our light, right? That's how we can be the biggest support, is holding that energy space of divine love and truth. So big love to you all. Thank you for being here with me. And I look forward to talking with you again soon. Bye for now.